In the States, all your creative pursuits are supposed to be private.
Some people just pulled gun on them, knives, you know.
After the first 2 years and still being terrible at it, I was like, man, I should have picked Spanish. Dude, I love it. I love the fried kind. Like it's just like popcorn.
Takes a lot of time to finish one artwork. Chinese letters.
So I put the blue in the background there.
祝你们新年快乐。Hey, 大家好，又是花椰菜 and today I've got my American friend Jesse with me. We're going to shock you with an amazing surprise for Chinese New Year. We're going to paint a picture.
Let it be a
Let
surprise.
it be a surprise, yeah? Okay, we are not going to tell you what it's going to be. You will see it later. Now we're going to interview my friend. Can you introduce yourself real quick?
Well, my name's Jesse. I grew up in California. So I grew up sort of in like a rural area.
Yeah.
With a lot of trees and farms and stuff and wineries. We had a house for a while. We eventually sold that. After that, I moved to the northern part of California to go to university.
Did you do any graffiti back there in the States?
Yeah, well, I never really spent a lot of time in the city when I was living in the States. I used to watch like a lot of YouTube videos of this guy. He's called Kipto. And he's just a real good painter. And I thought that was cool because at the time I was like still drawing and learning digital art. And since I was young, I would always draw on walls and draw on random stuff anyway. So I was like, yeah, I think I could do that.
Before we move to the question why and how you ended up in Taiwan, I would like to ask you, what's the difference between graffiti culture like in the States and in Taiwan?
I never grew up in like Oakland or any of the like Chicago or New York or any of the places where like graffiti started, you know. I just kind of learned it on TV and stuff. I reckon in the USA it sort of started because there was a lot of like heavy policing and stuff in the streets, so people would paint on the walls in order to like beautify their area and like make it their own, you know. So I think that was sort of like the impetus. It kind of got mixed in with like gang culture maybe. The real thing is that cities are mostly just big gray walls. Big gray walls are boring, and we should paint them so that they're prettier. In Taiwan, I think they've taken that attitude because they've watched they've seen the development of the graffiti style, saw like the value in the art and how it was making people happy, and they've made these like graffiti areas along the river that everybody can paint that, and it's really cool.
And you also started talking about culture, how it all started in the States.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the difference because like Taiwan gender fashion and the goja. It's impossible to imagine, you know, some gangs members painting the walls in the center of Taipei somewhere, right? I can share my story. Like in Russia, when I was 14 or 15, I used to do graffiti, not professionally. It was like very, very simple. At that time, we couldn't paint in other neighborhoods because we would be beaten by other kids.
Right.
I was never beaten because I was not really into this culture. But some of my friends, they were really beaten. Some people just pulled gun on them, knives, you know. I didn't grow in the center of Moscow. I lived in like outskirts, so it was kind of dangerous.
The way that I always got away with it, I didn't really paint illegally. I used to go on Craigslist. It's kind of like a shopping site. There's a category on there that's free stuff. For some reason, everybody would be getting rid of doors. Like big wooden doors, you know. And so I would just browse the free stuff, and every time I saw a door, I would drive out and take their doors. And so I had like this yard full of doors that I would paint on.
Oh, that's actually smart idea to use them for practice. That's cool.
In terms of like the illegal stuff, people like to do trains because trains go everywhere in the world, and so if you put your name on something, your name's gonna be like on the other side of the country. It's easy to get your name out there. Like the sides of freeways, like this right here. Yeah. Maybe you'd see it on these pillars. They find a way to get out there.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The whole different level in the state. I gotta ask you, what's the best graffiti you've ever seen in Taiwan?
If you go to Ximending.
Oh, I know.
Right by the movie theater. That is owned by City Mark's crew or Vastar. crew. I think that it used to be based on like what movie was in the movie theater they would paint it.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
Because when I came here, I think the Joker had just come out, and so like it was just like all of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and then like all of the comic book versions of the Joker too.
Taiwanese have really good skills, actually.
Yeah,
Taiwanese have really good skills.
Really talented.
Graffiti culture is not that popular, but a lot of people are really talented.
Yeah.
And also, I see some graffitis are ugly, but some of them are like really like high-level works.
In terms of doing the graffiti, in Russia, is there a higher risk of like the police or like other people interfering?
Police doesn't really care. It depends on your skills, I guess. If it's a beautiful mural, as you say, nobody will say anything. But if you're just drawing some ugly garbage on the wall, neighbors could just come and say, you know, guys, get the fuck out of here. Do you have any written or unwritten rules?
Oh, yeah.
You can paint everywhere. What can you paint?
Yeah, there's rules. If something is really, really beautiful and you like it, don't paint on it. If there's a name you see everywhere, they're an established name, don't paint over that. Don't paint on churches. You don't paint on like public buildings, like you said.
Yeah.
You don't paint on people's private residences, or you don't paint on their private shops without their consent. They call it biting. And that's basically like people have their style, like their lettering style. To bite is to just take somebody's lettering style and just like do the exact same style but with a different name. The original.
It's like,
don't copy people.
Everything makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Let's go do some塗鸦 and keep talking. Let's go.
These are gloves. This is just a peanut butter jar full of rubber gloves. I like to wear gloves because it's not like too toxic on your hands, but it sticks to your hands forever. Initial sketch. I'm gonna work from loosely.
Wow,
if I can.
That looks super dope, man.
Thanks, man. I hope that it translates.
So we are about to start. This is our wall, which is perfectly clean and ready for us. And also, Ganxie Break and Fine Arts Company for providing us with a lot of super dope paint, which we are going to use today for today's mural. Kevin and this shop, thank you so much. I'll leave a link in the video description so you can go and find them.
And like learn how to do things like this.
How long is it going to take us to finish it?
I want to try to do it in 2 hours or less, so we'll see.
This size mural usually takes a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
我在台湾住了4年半，我真的很感谢台湾的文化，台湾人对我那么好。Jesse likes Taiwan too. The point is show our appreciation and love to Taiwan and Taiwanese people.
It's a Chinese New Year, right? And last year was the year of the tiger.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna be doing like a tiger-looking guy here in like a tiger pajamas. He's like an old dude. He's gonna have like his big old wispy mustache and everything like that. Then the other one is, this one's the rabbit that we're coming into, and it's gonna be like a little baby. The old gives way for the new, you know? Everybody's progressing.
Yeah, beautiful concept. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
How did you end up here?
I had a buddy who, right after high school, he moved to Beijing. He lived there for 2 years. Or like, I'm at the local bar, like not knowing he's back, and I see him across the bar. I'm like, what the? Is that the guy? So I went over and I said, hey, what's up? And he was like, hey, 我会说中文，你要学习吗? I'm like, what'd you say? What are you talking about? We were drinking and stuff, and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna learn Chinese. Very much not expecting to ever learn Chinese after that point. But in the morning, he called me up. He was like, hey, man, I got my books. I'm at the cafe down the street. You want to come out? And I was like, okay. And I had another friend who was already living in Taipei, and he heard that I had started learning it. And so on Facebook, once a month for 5 years, he'd be, did you get a ticket to Taipei yet? I did not know what Taiwan was at the time. I'm lucky to have been invited.
Why did you start learning Chinese? You were like really interested in this, or just for fun kind of thing?
The thing is, you grow up in America and you don't learn more than one language. You learn English, and they kind of try to teach you Spanish and French, but most people don't care. I didn't like the fact that I was only like monolingual, could only speak one language. Like, I like a challenge. Big rumor in the States, and I guess in all Western areas, that Chinese is like the hardest language, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it the same in Russia?
But it's true, I guess.
Yeah.
I should admit it, it's true. 最难的语言 Really.
After the first 2 years and still being terrible at it, I was like, man, I should have picked Spanish.
Spanish would be way easier to learn.
Yeah, true.
It has been 1 hour and we've got this so far. Is it pretty close to the final look? No?
It's all mapped out. I still gotta do a lot of touch-ups. That's the main thing.
Jesse taught me how to do some like basic lines, and after 5 minutes my fingers started hurting. Son ton tonda. Your fingers must be so strong, man.
Oh yeah.
It's not that easy as it looks, you know. Anything to say to congratulate Taiwanese people with New Year?
恭喜发财！我希望你们都赚钱，交新朋友，结婚，我不知道。
If they already 结婚，怎么办？
买新车。Stars will align this year. 23's your year.
Taiwanese man came to us and he's also showing us some graffiti.
Hey, can you take a picture with you?
Sure. Of course. Pictures time, let's go.
It's dope. Hey man.
Thanks. 台湾人好可爱，很多人 like stop by and start taking pictures. So cute, I love them. How did you learn to draw that well, and what are you doing in Taiwan now?
My dad was also like a illustrator a little bit. From that young age, there was a lot of art hanging around our house, and my dad would always draw stuff, help me on my school projects and things. I learned this all like mostly on my own from like YouTube, watching a lot of anime, you know, when I was young.
What is your favorite anime?
不知道中文是什么. It's called Samurai Champloo. It's like hip hop samurais.
台湾人应该会知道这个名字。台湾人非常喜欢这个漫画 manga and anime. So you guys probably know. What do you do in Taiwan now?
I am an art teacher.
Art teacher,
Yeah.
where?
It's at a small independent school.
不错。How long have you been living in Taiwan now?
I've been here for 3.5 years. Yeah.
What do you like the most about Taiwan?
Okay, number one is timbula.
Okay,
Yeah.
did you like it?
Dude, I love it. I love the
Oh.
fried kind.
Uh-huh.
Like it's just like popcorn.
Yes.
So bad for me, but I love it. Number two, the art. So what's cool here is that like living in this city is like living in the 90s in America. There's like lots of hip hop. There's like lots of dance crews everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, you can paint on everywhere. There's lots of galleries and stuff like that. Maybe it's just the first time I've lived in a city, but it's just like there's a lot of events always going on.
Most of people I know are artists, you know, painters, people who like dancing, they do hip hop dancing. Even my wife's second brother, he does dancing. His girlfriend does dancing. My wife's old brother is a rapper. My wife's like singing, you know. A lot of Taiwanese people like arts in general.
An interesting thing about that is no matter where you're walking in Taiwan, somebody's doing something cool. Like there's always some saxophone guy.
Oh yeah.
Or like somebody playing a guitar in the field, or like some people like trying to do like a K-pop dance routine. Or in the States, all your creative pursuits are supposed to be private.
In Russia, when I was growing up, you are a male and going to dancing class, you would be bullied.
Yeah.
100%. Dude, like, you know, are you a girl? Why do you like dancing? It's not like a real masculine thing to do for Russians. And if people in Russia see you like dancing or singing in the park, they would give you like strange looks.
Yeah,
you know, like, we're serious people, what the hell are you dancing here?
Yeah.
Taiwanese are more open-minded when it comes to arts.
Right.
我们在这里已经2个半小时，我的屁股酸酸痛痛的，但真的很辛苦。Takes a lot of time to finish one artwork. 现在我们的老虎有胡子，兔子的耳朵。 What this series is gonna be?
Considering doing it like 年 and then 2年.
What else do you like about Taiwan?
Okay, so the public transportation, real good. I'm from out in the field. I've always had to like have like a truck and drive through hills for like miles and miles to get to places, you know? I'm very happy that I don't need a car and I don't need to pay for insurance and like maintenance and stuff on that. It makes it so much simpler. Taiwan's such a small country and it's so easy to get to like very many different types of like environments, you know? You can get to the beach from here in an hour from exactly this spot. I've always had to like drive 9 hours, but also pay like $200 for gas just to get like from A to B, you know?
Okay, and probably what you don't like about Taiwan, and then we'll go do painting because it started raining.
It's not even something that I don't like per se, because it's pretty charming. At 8 p.m. every night, they play the loudest version of Beethoven's Für Elise to make you to light up your brain chemicals. You got to run downstairs and throw your trash in the trash truck. It's the trash truck is playing the Für Elise. I just got home from work and I'm like settling into my chair. I got like my nice drink and I'm like about to watch a movie and it's like.
Damn. 8 p.m. is kind of okay. You know what time my garbage truck comes to my neighborhood? 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
11 at night?
11 p.m. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm just brushing my teeth and this. Yeah, that's crazy. We're about to finish, I would say, right?
Yeah, getting pretty close.
Almost. Okay, and what are we going to do now?
So I'm gonna go ahead and put me a E for the year. We'll do like a 新年快乐
Dope.
in the sky or down here somewhere.
Chinese letters.
On here, I guess.
Nian, which is 老虎. Bye bye. 兔子. 欢迎光临台湾. Oh yeah. 我们终于结束了. Wow, look at this. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to my friend for being 很辛苦 because it took us like 2.5 hours.
No, it was good times.
Okay guys, 祝你们新年快乐, 祝你们 earn more money, 祝你们买新的房子, 祝你们找女朋友, 男朋友, 结婚, whatever you wish to.
Oh yeah, 新年快乐, 出外画画.
I can do some giveaway. Come here, try to find this picture, post it on your IG, on your stories, and tag me. And the first person will get free T-shirt. And tag him, of course. First person who does it will get free T-shirt from me, okay? This will be my gift for Chinese New Year.
Also heard tell that blue was gonna be the color of this year.
Yeah.
So I put the blue in the background there. Next time I'll bring more red.
Yeah. The one is like red color.
Yeah,
In Chinese culture, red represents wealth, money, luck, fortune. Fetching the ganche Kevin from Spray Can Fine Arts because we needed this paint real quick because we wanted to shoot it before Chinese New Year. He sent it to us from Tainan and after 3 days already got it. Fetching the ganche. Check out this company. I'll leave links in the video description. How did you like the paint we got from their shop?
Yeah, this is actually the first time I used this before, but I've seen a lot of people use it, and it's really high quality paint. You can get that from Spray Can Fine Arts.
These guys really saved us. I'm so tired, I didn't do much, but I'm tired. He's even more tired than me, I guess. 谢谢大家看这部影片，你们记得订阅我的频道 ，follow 他的 IG，and I'll see you next time. 新年快乐，拜拜。